stopping the wedding. Oh, wow. Oh, kick her out, yes. What? Bye! Buddy, how are you not embarrassed? That is so embarrassing. My goodness. What made you think that this was a good idea, girl? Is she doing that with the groom? Is that the groom? Of course it's the groom. I love how the bride is just maintaining composure, and I would probably... do other things. It's also interesting that everyone is wearing white at this wedding. Like, it's a little bit of a mind freak, eh? A little bit of a mind freak. Because, like, at first I was like, who's the bride? Is this the bride? She's 100% the bride. And then we have this lady over here who's also wearing white. But then again, everybody's wearing white. So, she's not really at fault there. Earl, are you drunk? You had to be wasted when you came up with this very, very bad idea. The MC had to come over with a microphone to publicly embarrass you. Did you think that this was gonna work? Judging by the body language and everyone shaking their head at you and pointing their fingers, it didn't work. You didn't get him back. So take the L on that one, I think.
My husband sent me a scene from his bachelor party a day before our wedding. Our wedding was planned for today, and today I would be getting married to the man that I have been in a relationship with for the past 7
Wait.
But instead, now I'm sitting here clearing wedding purchases and announcing a cutoff to the wedding. Last night, my husband and all of his friends had a bachelor party. I received a video call from him to find myself staring at him and all of his friends with a bunch of
Stop.
My husband then turned the camera to himself and asked me to say hi to his partner. I had no idea what to do or how to react, and for a moment I was insanely confused by what I was seeing, so I just hung up and called my sister immediately. The wedding was then immediately...
He did that on purpose.
I received a couple of messages from his friends, and they were all just saying they just wanted to have fun. My now ex-fiance told me that he just wanted to enjoy some time before a lifelong commitment.
Okay, we all know what happens at bachelor parties. Not so much bachelorette parties. I've been on a few of them. At least not my friends. Have that reputation. Anyways, bachelor parties, however, do have that reputation. I know because I've seen them, okay? I've seen them. Almost every bachelor party that I've ever come across is doing questionable things that I'm not sure if the future wife approved of.
So,
There are some wives who have given the green light for that sort of thing, okay? They get what's called
a hall pass.
one would hope you wouldn't want to use that hall pass, but this is something we need to be checking with our future wives about, okay? And furthermore, we do not send videos of it happening. Like, are you kidding me right now?
No. I'm doing a video right now, yep.
What is this tomfoolery?
Okay.
Buffoonery. Well, I'm glad you called the wedding off, girl. Thank goodness for that. He did you a favor.
What do I tell you when I tape it?
Ex-fiance told me
I
that
tell
he
you,
just wanted to
just be
enjoy
quiet.
some time
So instead
before
of
a
being
lifelong
quiet, you're running down here
I
talking
spent
all
7
through what
years
I'm
with
doing.
this man, and I envisioned a whole future with him, having kids, having pets, having a house, going on family trips together, the whole 9. Only for this to happen. I will absolutely never see him again after this, and honestly, the confusion is still clouding my brain.
He did it on purpose.
It's still hard to believe that I was cheated on, and the video clips keeps popping up in my brain, and it's like it's haunting me. Not only did he call me during this, but when he flipped the camera, he showed his on the call in front of my face. I feel disgusted that I have ever even touched him or been intimate with him before.
Oh, that's
now
foul.
after seeing all of that. I went and returned my wedding dress, and I have no idea how to feel or what to even think. But a part of me says that I should just be grateful for not having kids.
Girl, what's his that? Don't be shy. Don't be shy! Who is he? For those of you who didn't understand that because we had to mute and blur some of it, he showed his future wife himself in the act with somebody else.
Yeah, he did not want to marry that bitch.
I beg your finest pardon. I beg your finest pardon! Oh, Jesus. Jesus, please. Please take that wheel. We're swerving. We're swerving. There's a ditch over there. No, he 100% did that on purpose, Dusty. Like, he probably had, some fun with his dudes, and he was like, you know what? I don't know if this is what I want. Let's make it so I don't have to get married. Because what self-respecting woman would be okay with this? My goodness. But hey, you young, you gorgeous, you gotta get back out there. Not all of them are disgusting like that, I promise. Some of them are actually quite nice. And they'll make you eggs and fix things for you. I promise, they exist. Some of them watch this channel. Hello, wonderful men in the comments that watch this channel and are baffled by this behavior because you're good guys. Thank you for being exemplary members of society and your sex.
128. 128. That's all it takes. And what's your excuse?
Have we found anyone to marry?
When I told y'all that being willing to accept a cheap ring isn't going to get you married faster, y'all dragged me to the pits of hell and back. When I said some of y'all are so desperate for marriage, you're willing to accept anything and you still end up with nothing, y'all wanted me to get struck by lightning. I literally had to turn off the comments on that video because y'all weren't ready to hear that. And now you have this woman here who is practically begging for a $128 or less ring, and he's unfazed, unmoved, and unbothered. Y'all are in the comments asking why she won't let it go, why she won't leave, even though he told her to her face that he hasn't found someone to marry, joke or not. And a huge part of why she won't let it go is because she's in 3 kids deep. And this is what happens when you decide to do things in this order. This is what happens when you decide to give these men children before they meet your requirements and standards. If she hadn't had kids with him, it would have been a tad bit easier for her to walk away. But because she has 3, and they always have 3 for some reason, she feels like she's stuck. She feels like she has no choice but to beg for it. And she believes that if she lets him know she's willing to accept a cheap ring, that it'll give him some type of motivation to marry her, when in reality, it's actually doing the opposite. Y'all, I went to her page. She's been begging for this ring for a while. They've been together for over 5 years.
Oh,
She even
don't
asked
beg,
for it
girl.
last year as a Christmas gift, and he still
No.
didn't. She pushed out not 1, not 2, but 3 of his children and is now begging him to spend $128 or less on a ring. When in reality, he just doesn't want to marry her. She's a placeholder, and when he finally gets tired of looking for her replacement, he'll give her the scraps she's been so patiently waiting.
That was heavy. That was heavy. Yeah, girl, this man does not want to marry you. And it's a harsh reality for a lot of people, you know? We listen to the excuses.
Winter is Montreal. The scenery changes, but the fun keeps going.
We get comfortable, we think it's coming, and then it doesn't. After a certain point, though, you gotta be okay with leaving.
You gotta.
Because literally watch you break up with this man, and the first person he dates, he proposes to, watch it. Watch it happen! There are so many people I know that, like, you know, were just having, you know, issues dating guys. There was all these dudes that weren't taking them seriously. They wanted to be married, and it never came. The ring never showed up. And literally the next person they started dating, they're engaged to. Just end it so you can find your forever person. Honestly, I firmly believe that, like, when you find your person, there's no hesitation, you know?
No hesitation.
My
Hey,
coworker
get
is
out.
pregnant with her 3rd child with her boyfriend of 8 years. She says that he's not ready for marriage. Being ready for 3 kids but not a marriage is insane! Ah!
And look at
Literally.
that.
We get given so much to these men, and they don't even give you the one thing that you want. Proclaiming right for the woman you would marry is diabolical. It is. It really is. $68 for my DoorDash order for 2 days. Yeah, Bestie. It's not the price. It's not the price that's the problem. Let's liven things up. Oh. Okay, Bestie. Yeah, you're gonna need that. You're gonna need that. You can always borrow one from someone in the crowd for now. I've heard of that happening, but yeah.
So what's going on with the wedding TikTok drama? So a woman named Louisa made a video accusing TikTokers Andrea and Louis of stealing or copying her wedding. Now let's take a look at what she claimed. First up, both couples had their wedding at the same venue in Tulum, Mexico.
Great venue.
Louisa's wedding and this is Andrea's wedding. And one of the bigger points of contention seems to be that she got her wedding dress custom designed from a designer. Here's another photo of it, but that Andrea got a dress that was also designed by the same designer. Here's another photo of that dress. This was her dress and crown headband, and this is the allegedly copied dress and headband. And the creator was upset because her father-in-law handmade this headband for her, and she said that the other woman's looked like a knockoff from Etsy. She continues to claim this for a lot of things about the wedding. This is her husband's tunic and dress she wore, and this is the other wedding with the husband wearing what she calls the tunic. This is the short dress that Andrea wore in the other wedding, her wedding chairs, their wedding chairs, her table setup, their table setup, her wedding semicircle, their wedding semicircle.
Okay.
Basically, what she's arguing is that she spent a lot of time and money coming up with personal and sentimental touches for her wedding, only for a larger creator to come in and replicate them without understanding how important these details were and how they were indicative of her love story with her husband.
Alright, not to say that the original bride and groom who had this aesthetic didn't do something original. But as someone who has been to this venue, it's called Azanique, it's in Tulum, Mexico. Tulum has a very specific aesthetic. It's kind of like bohemian hippie. I
Really?
was totally inspired by it as well. I
No.
have plenty of little like
No.
pieces in my house that are reminiscent
Honey.
of Tulum. So this is not
Do
the
not
first
know why you
time
gotta
that I've
do shit
seen,
like that, but-
for example, a headband like this. Like this one maybe is a little bit more unique, but like the headbands are a thing in Tulum. That's like a fashion thing in Tulum. They sell them everywhere. It's not uncommon to get a picture in this exact spot. I'm pretty sure I also have a picture in this exact spot and also know people who have a picture in this exact spot. So to say that this wedding venue is super original and the aesthetic is super original, I'm just gonna tell you right now, it's not. That is the most followed hotel on Instagram, okay? It's bound to attract other people that want to get married there. But not too many other people because the fact of the matter is that, like, that hotel is very expensive. It's not a cheap place to stay. And I can tell you right now, it is not a cheap place to have a wedding. Alright, so let's hear from the bride who feels like she was ripped off.
The more I look at it, it gets worse. The crown is probably the worst. Just look at the shape. This is my crown. My husband's dad handmade me this crown. So much thought, magic, literally energy work from my family. And you just Etsy it, moving on. Our wedding chairs, they're wedding chairs. They even tried to get our wedding venue. The drape, the glass colors, the table setup. Our drapes are glass colors, our table setup. Oh yeah, and they wanted a semicircle. Just look at the colors, look at the arrangement. Our semicircle. Do you even know why we chose a circle? Do you even know? All of those things have meaning, and they were a reflection of our love story, and you stole them.
I'm sure they were a reflection of your love story and your culture. But again, like, these chairs, they're not uncommon in Tulum. I have one. I love it. I bought one specifically because I saw them everywhere. So here's a response from the bride and groom that's being accused of copying.
Hey guys, so we got married finally. We haven't really like posted about it or anything. We've been like deadly sick, especially me. We have to address something because we've been seeing these videos about our wedding and about us.
Alright.
Let's get into it.
You're telling me this is like not copy paste.
Okay, I'm gonna get like right into what I think is like the big deal. We got our dress designed by the same designer.
Luisa's wedding dress is not the first wedding dress they've designed. If no one's allowed to use those incredible designers, then I'm sorry, my bad.
Basically, I got an original dress designed in December 2021 by a totally different company. When it arrived, it was like 3 sizes too big. I got it altered and tried to get it fixed, but when something is that big, it doesn't get altered correctly, and so it literally looked bad, right? Some people might like the dress, it just wasn't my style.
Our venue was at Azuli, the place where they designed the dress. We reached out to the Azuli team and we were like, would you be able to make us a dress?
We had seen Lisa's dress before.
It's gorgeous.
Now, if you look at the details, we have very different dresses. Those two dresses are going to look similar because it's the same designer.
The art that they put into the two dresses is completely different. The designer's style is so unique. She's claiming that the dresses are the same.
Which I think is also disrespectful to the designers. It's kind of like gatekeeping. They can't design for other people. I actually followed this girl because I thought, wow, like, I love her style. I mean, that's why you follow influencers. Like,
Our dresses are very, very different. If you get a Galia Lahab and another person gets a Galia Lahab, the Galia Lahab dresses are going to have similarities.
The wedding chairs, their wedding chairs.
The chairs,
that's just fun.
you're reaching because so many people do those wedding chairs. If you go to Tulum and you see the style of weddings there,
At any wedding, it's
we
all
have
boho.
we have a lot of receipts from our wedding planning process from way before you were married. It was those boho kind of earthy, dusty rose tones.
And like, I understand it in a way you might have been upset at first, but when you're taking it so far and reaching, and it's like our chairs are the same, the designers had those chairs because many people use those chairs.
They even tried to get our wedding venue.
Well, yes, we did. We reached out to their venue in
February 23rd, 2022. She says in her video she got married in May, so there's no way we would have known that she was gonna get married there.
Listen, Tulum is a small place. We went to every single wedding venue in
We
Tulum.
reached out to so many venues.
We actually had a venue and it turned into a messy beach club and we had to cancel last minute.
Their exclusive wedding, my wedding that happened last May.
Our venue, we got married in Azulik Omai, which she did a photo shoot there. That's where they make the dresses. The aisle picture that she was just talking about, that was Andrea's aisle. She walked down the
That
aisle.
was my literal aisle. Like,
That
it's
was
not like,
just a remake of her photo.
let me remake your photo. On that point, here are several examples of Azulik's Instagram where that video and that photo has been recreated dozens of times.
Because Azulik is iconic for their water pop.
Like, if you have any venue, any
baby.
wedding that is done at
I
any
know, I
venue
love
is
you
gonna
too.
have similar pictures because they have like the best
Oh,
spots.
come on, honey.
I think that this
A dog and hot glue don't go together, baby.
Who is angry
Ooh.
that she influenced somebody. And that's just my personal opinion. The
Would you
Tulum aesthetic,
please stop?
Tulum is just one big photo backdrop, okay? It is a place where everybody goes to get pictures. They get pictures of the same exact spots. All of the aesthetic is the same. The chairs are the same. Like, it's a great aesthetic for a wedding, but it is not original. That's how I feel about it. If you don't want people to copy your wedding aesthetic, you can't really be upset when you post it on social media and people are inspired by you. A lot of people get inspo from other weddings.